So you know what they say, Jason? Every journey begins with one step forward. And with every Tiki mug collection, starts with their first Tiki mug. That came out wrong.
Ray, you remember that time you started the video, but you said it all wrong and you had to start over again?
Yeah, that's this time. So, Jason, I'm sure you've heard the expression, every journey begins with one foot forward. And every Tiki mug collection starts with a mug, and then it kind of goes from there. And I think the funny thing when it comes to Tiki mug collections is, for a lot of us, I don't think any of us really think like, I'm going to end up owning a whole wall of Tiki mugs when I bought my first one. I mean, like, my first mugs were like, there was a bar in Pittsburgh, and every time you get a drink, you get a mug. I remember, like, I went once, and I'm like, oh, cool, you know. Mm-hmm. And then I went back again, got another mug, got another mug, and it just kind of keeps going from there. And then all of a sudden, like, hey, I have a Tiki mug collection. Well, obviously, you have a pretty nice size collection, Jason.
It's getting there.
But it all had to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the first mug that you ever got?
Well, see, I'd already, at this point, it was, give or take, 2003, probably 2003.
Okay.
I was in the Navy. I was living in the Virginia Beach, Virginia area. Actually, I think I was in Chesapeake at that time, which is Hampton Roads, Virginia. Anyway, I'd already gotten into collecting Aloha shirts because I could get them at the Navy Exchange Tommy Bahama shirts at a deep discount on clearance, like $120 shirts for $25.
Oh, really? That's it? Damn.
And I'd started buying Exotica music because the Ultra Lounge series was out at that time.
Oh, that's
so I started picking those up, and so it was all kind of coming together. And then one day, I'm out at the mall in Virginia Beach, Virginia, either Lynn Haven or Pembroke, I can't remember. Anyway, I think probably Lynn Haven, and we're at a surf and skate shop. We're getting some stuff, and I look under the counter.
A surf and skate shop.
A surf and skate shop in a freaking mall in Virginia Beach,
were you
Virginia.
planning on doing a little surfing, a little skating?
I've always, I've never been a surfer. I've never been a skater, but I've always liked the shirts. I've always liked the shoes. So, anyway, this could have been a 17th Street surf shop, or it might have even been a PacSun. I don't really remember at this point because I never realized how much I was going to get into this thing. So we're up at the register, and I'm looking under the glass display counter, and I see these two ceramic mugs, and they've got these pagan god-looking things on them, and they're neat colors. They're calling out to me, and I realized I need to check those out. And then I needed to know how much they were, and then I needed to have them. And I had no idea why, because years and years and years, they just moved from, like bookshelf to desktop to kitchen counter to like breakfast bar, whatever we had. They just kind of moved around, and then it was years later that I think we were at Frankie's that I bought my first mugs from a tiki bar.
Wow.
But these guys right here, this fella.
Is that your first?
I bought them both at the same time.
Oh, you bought them both at the same time.
And they're both Tiki Farm mugs, which I didn't even know what Tiki Farm was at that time.
So you literally bought these as a set?
Yes. Well, They were both under the counter, and they were the only ones there, and they were for sale.
And you're like, give me both. Can I ask how much you paid for them?
I have no idea at this point. I wish I did, but I didn't know.
I'm guessing they probably weren't very expensive, right?
No, I'm going to say they were probably, I'm sure they were somewhere between like $10 and $20.
That's what I'm thinking.
At the most. But that one, I believe, is an Al Evans mug. And once again, I had, yeah, that's an Al Evans mug, and I had no idea at that time. That was around the time that I think I found Tiki Central online and started looking at that. But you got to understand, there was no Tiki scene whatsoever in the mid-2000s in Virginia Beach, Virginia, or any place else.
Or if there was,
it's for the most part.
And if there was, it was so underground. So this is an Al Evans.
Yeah.
Damn.
And they stuck around, and then probably it was probably a good 5 to 6 years later that I got my next Tiki mugs from Frankie's Tiki Room in Vegas. And then here and there I started going to other places, finding other mugs, went to TikiCon, saw the great big world of mugs, and next thing you know, I'm a mug collector, but it took more than a decade for it to take hold.
I just think what's interesting is that you kind of like how I am, was like you get into like, oh, I like these shirts. I think these are cool. Oh, I like this music.
Yeah.
I think these mugs are cool, you know. Mm-hmm. And just like you said, you had them just on a shelf.
The other funny thing was I had no idea about tiki cocktails, because at that point in my life I'd been to bars that said they had a Mai Tai, that said they had a zombie, and I got them because those were the thing to do. Like I remember on a port visit with the Navy in Fort Lauderdale in 1996. Getting a zombie at a bar and thinking that was nothing but the shit, because it got me lit up really fast.
Did you ever make a tiki cocktail in these?
No, I've never had anything to drink out of those. But I'm thinking I need to take those up to the Devil's Reef and see what Jason Alexander would do.
See if there's any dust in these. But this is your tiki history, though.
Yeah. This is where it all started, right here.
I know, it's crazy.
And I just bought them because they appealed to me. I had to have them. They felt good in my hand. They looked good when I looked at them. It was like when you were a little kid, if you got a new Transformer or a new G.I. Joe, and you just looked at it and geeked out over it. Yeah. That's what this was.
Yeah, who would have thought that that you'd be able to compare tiki mugs with Transformers, Jason? Just compare tiki mugs to Transformers.
Is it like when you were a kid? Seriously, did you not geek out over toys when you were a kid?
Never. I never played with toys.
So you were never a collector of anything as a kid?
No, I hated
You didn't
toys.
have Hot Wheels cars? You didn't have G.I. Joes?
No, when I was a kid, I read books all the time.
I read books too, but it was all about... What about Star Wars figures? What about Star Wars figures? Any Star Wars figures?
Never saw the movie. Is it good?
Oh, that's right. They didn't have Star Wars in Wilburton #2.
I thought you were going to say they didn't have. I thought you were going to say they didn't have Star Wars during World War I. Hey gang, this is Tiki with Ray, and I just want to say thank you very much for checking out my video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to see more episodes, click on the subscribe button. And if you liked the video, give it a like. That would mean a lot to me. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave a comment in the comment section below.